Hey everybody in the 420 Nation, my name is Jacob Amson, and I want to say thank you for coming and joining the first installment of Kitchen 420. Today we're going to start off, we're just going to make canna-butter, which is the basis of a lot of your foods and stuff that you can put it in so you don't have to smoke it no more, because smoking is kind of harmful for you. Today, all you're going to need, you need 3 cups of water, a half pound of butter, 24 grams of the finest sensimilla you can find, tongs, a strainer, coffee filters, or you can also use cheese paper, I want to say is what it is. You can get that from any one of the kitchen stores around. You're going to need a pot big enough to boil your water in. And you're also going to need a 3/4 to a 1-inch deep pan. Alright. To get things started, all you need to do is just get your water going. And you're going to want to get it to a pretty decent boil. And while we're waiting for that to boil, I'm going to give you this little warning. When your smoke pot, or cannabis, weed, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, you're hitting your joint or something, you got to get this cap, you know what I'm saying, it kind of hits you right then and there, and you know when to stop. When you're eating it, it takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. So be kind of careful, don't eat too much, you know what I'm saying, try a little bit out first, and then see how you feel, and then eat a little bit more. You don't want to get spun because you ate too much canna-butter. It's not a fun thing, let me tell you. One thing, you can't overdose on this. No matter how much you try, you can never overdose on THC. So don't think that. It's perfectly fine. Alright, while we're waiting, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grind down your sensimilla or your mids or whatever you want to put in there. Like I said, I prefer sensimilla. You're going to grind it up as fine as you can. Now that you've grinded up your sensimilla and you've got your water to start boiling, you know, you don't want it to overflow or nothing like that. You just want a nice gentle boil. What you're going to do next is you're going to stick your butter in there. And you're gonna swirl that around, let it get to a nice even boil, let it melt all the way. Once it all melts and it's all nice and even, and you've got the butter to even start boiling a little bit, you want to take your freshly ground sensimilla and just pour it in there. Make sure you get all the extra keef and everything that falls down. You just want to mix it together. I love the way that smells. Let that sit for a second, let it get to a nice even boil. Here, I'll even let you see it. Now after you let it simmer for a good 15 to 20 minutes, all you really got to do now is take your strainer, line it with your coffee filter, simply drain it. I gotta let mine sit for a second. There we go. Alright. Once you've got the filter up and in your fingers, you're going to take your tongs and just squeeze it on out. And I must warn you, this is going to be pretty hot. Alright. Now that you let it sit on the counter for about an hour and put it in the refrigerator for about 2, all the butter will rise to the top, including the THC. Now all you got to do is scrape it off. Let's get this over here. There we go. We started this butter off with 24 grams of sensimilla, so that means for every teaspoon of butter, you have a half a gram of pot or THC. So I would start off small. I recommend that you use only about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons at first, maybe per cookie if you put it in cookie, or I'm saying per brownie if you put it in a brownie. Well, thank you for joining us, and have a good